The World Report on Disability, published in 2011, has it that about 25 million Nigerians had at least one disability, while 3.6 million of these had very significant difficulties in functioning. The 2006 Nigerian census reported 3,253,169 people with disabilities, or 3.32% of the total population of 140,431,790 in that year. Persons with disabilities in Nigeria persistently face stigma, discrimination, and barriers to accessing basic social services and economic opportunities. Today, they face greater barriers brought about by the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. To drive home their demand for better living conditions, some persons living with disabilities from the Niger Delta region stormed the National Assembly complex, chanting the names of their representatives. Demonstrating their anger, some of them removed their clothes as a way of protesting against what they described as neglect by their lawmakers. In venting their anger, some of the protesters physically assaulted an officer of the National Assembly sergeant at arms. Deputy Whip of the Senate, Sabi Abdullahi, who led other lawmakers to meet with the protesters, appealed for calm as their grievances will be addressed. While asking the aggrieved protesters to delegate a 5-man team to meet the National Assembly leaders, Chairman of the Senate Committee on Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Peter Nwaboshi, assured them that their demands will be accommodated in the 2020 NDDC budget.
All I want you to do is to calm down. Okay?
Yes, sir.
We've heard all you have said. And you have every right to say those things you have said. But what we want to urge you is to please note that, like you said earlier, violence will not solve problem.
Thank God we are now considering the budget of the 2020. So that 2020 for 2020 for the NDDC. So they have just need their defense. I want to assure you that we will make adequate provisions for you people in that budget.
Spokesperson for the group said they arrived at the National Assembly from various states in the Niger Delta region to demand their rights from their representatives.
A old senator that has been a senator for more than 8 years is telling us to our face, we the less privileged, we the vulnerables, we the most suffered people in this country. He's telling us to our face that we should go back to our village. What we demand from these senators is World Disability Day and Christmas package. That's all.
The Nigerian government, both at state and federal levels, have taken some steps to address the needs of persons with disabilities. One significant step came in January 2019 with the ratification of the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018, though implementation is yet to materialize. In addition, 9 states of the Federation have enacted the disability laws to safeguard the rights of persons with disabilities to varying degrees of implementation. Osawona May Bizugbe, ITV News, Abuja.